Oh boy, we're just gonna keep going and going. This is a big spiritual butt kick. What do I mean by that? Stuff's going on. Nobody really knows what it is. Anybody who tells you that they have the answers, be cautious, all right? Especially if they tell you to not listen to other people. It's a choice. You can't make a mistake, but it's your reality and it's your life that you're creating right now. But I want to just talk about the events going on and the media and the YouTube channels and the experts out there, YouTube creators like myself. I want to address what's actually going on that's a choice for you. And that there's going to be more of it. And I want you to start paying attention because we have been programmed. We know this. We have been programmed for, well, since the ego was born. And that was as soon as man and woman arrived here, we had unconsciousness. And the ego took over and used manipulation. But what is that? Is it bad? Is there an enemy? We're going to address that right now, and you can decide what you want to do and what feels right for you, because right now, that's what's going to count most. What do I feel here? Not from an ego standpoint, but what do I truly feel here without the stories? We're going to talk more about extraterrestrials, these sightings in the sky, these secret space programs going on. Secret programs. They're actually really secret. Point blank, don't know what some of them are down here. Employing people here in Florida. I want you to think about what I have to say today. It's pretty important. Let's go. Welcome to Landria, Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears and live an amazing, amazing life. Is it possible? Absolutely. Why did I start Breakthrough Fear a decade ago? I realized fear was everything that holds people back from going after their dreams, going after relationships that they desire, or jobs, or just doing things in their lives that other people will say is irresponsible. We listen to the programming because we come from unconsciousness, and that's primarily what runs the planet. So you have to remember that. When you stop listening to that, your world will look very different. Now today I'm going to talk about the programming, and I want to just remind you of how deep it goes and how this is the time for us to look past it. Because if you do, there's no story out there, no ET, no secret program that has any connection to the decisions that you can make right now that be so life-changing and the whole reason why you're here. And you don't have to believe me. But I hope you'll subscribe and share my videos, because I'd like to share my perspective on this with others, because we will have a lot of distractions, a lot more. I also want you to know I have free stuff down in the description, digitalexplorers.net. I'm teaching people, I've been doing this over a decade successfully. I'm teaching people how to create planet-conscious online businesses that they love, doing great things and earning, because that's another programming. Oh, you shouldn't earn, you shouldn't ask for money for what you do. Yeah, but yet we go into jobs, we destroy the planet, we think that's okay. We are so programmed. So I want to start with one programming that is pretty blatant. And that is that extraterrestrials, our neighbors, are evil. Okay? Now there's a range of frequencies within them. They're not quite on our level. You know, we've destroyed ourselves. There's other planets that have done that, of course, because every possibility exists. And if it's possible, it existed in some timeline. There's no such thing as time. Let's not go into that. What I want you to just think about is what movies have you ever seen where the extraterrestrials were actually the good guys? It's pretty rare. E.T. was one where they weren't so bad, and we looked sort of like idiots. That's a little closer to home. What's another one? The Day the Earth Stood Still was a movie back in, I believe, the 50s. It was a black and white movie, and it was one of the most profound movies. I'm not talking about the remake with Keanu Reeves. That was a completely different one. If you want to watch the original, it will absolutely be mind-blowing for you that somebody comes here, looks like a human, and is delivering a message to the planet. In other words, get your act together. We are here to support you in peace. But that isn't how they were treated. And so I won't give it away, but let's just say we were violent against this craft it showed. Of course, you know why? Because we're programmed that anything that we don't know is a threat to us. So we behave towards that like we do to one another. But all the movies that Hollywood has put out pretty much portrays ETs as to be hated, threatened, and that we're the good guys and we always beat them. Programming. We watch television every day and we're programmed to believe that it's okay to take pills if you have a problem. And then they give, a minute of every possible thing, including suicide, high blood pressure, death, all that could happen from this one little pill. And we sit and listen to it like the robots that we've become. We are told that our kids should be playing certain games. They're really cool. And these games are programming them to basically take out any enemy in their view. And it becomes an unreal situation, and therefore they're mimicking this violence out there. It goes on and on and on. Our schools teach things that are not true at all because, let's face it, there are certain factions in place, including religions, that would lose their control if people really questioned what they've been told. I want you to think about absolutely everything. Absolutely everything. You get married, you're supposed to get married, and you can't get divorced, and you're shamed by the church or your families. You didn't go into whatever you were supposed to wait to earn a living, and if you, God forbid, you change jobs, you're a job hopper. We have names for people like that. We name each other and shame them. It's in every little corner of our lives. It's ending. Because now we're realizing those are stories that have never felt good, never felt right, and that's why people are running around miserable. Now here's what I want you to know. I want to talk about the distractions. Because even what's going up in our skies right now, whether we know what and who it is or not, us being distracted by the ETs is still us looking for something else that's going to step in and save us. There's only one thing you need to look at if you want to completely change your life. You're a creator. Those ETs, they are of the same source that we are, just in a different dimension, a different existence, a different reality, interacting with ours. It's part of the game. It's still part of the game. And maybe they're going to help us, let's just say, take a look at ourselves a little bit more. But they can't interfere with free will. The only thing we should be looking at right now is this. And everything else is not a threat to you. You are endless. You are creation. No beginning, no end, always will be. Everything is about your frequency coming back into oneness. That's it. Everything else that you're spending your time on are stories to distract you or to get you to believe things and turn on one another, and that's what's happening. You're right, you're wrong, and then somebody sent me the person who knows what that is, and they get these messages from the ETs, and the ETs are saying that they're doing this and they're wrong, and the government's doing this, and it's creating more enemies, in my viewpoint. Of course we know there are lower frequencies that are ego-based and driven, and that's not everybody. Not everybody in the government's wrong or bad or evil. They're just mostly ego-driven, and there's some very good people out there, and there are people that are assisting others. I want you to take a really good hard look right now at what that distraction is that is causing you to argue with somebody else. It's just the same old, just a different subject. Whether it's a drone or an orb or whatever it is, It's irrelevant to me. And now, so we go into this whole thing of fear, or, oh, they're going to save us, or finally we get assistance. You've got it. You've always had it. You are it. When you end the stories and you realize things are going to happen here, the challenges are built in for us to experience certain things that we don't get to experience outside of our bodies. We don't get to feel it the same way. We don't have fear on the other side, because that's a low frequency, and only these dense bodies allow us to experience that. It's neither good nor bad. It just is. It's the one experiencing every form, every frequency, every level of what it can and can't be, and the beauty of going back into consciousness again and knowing that. That's it. There's no judgment, separation, blame, judgment, insulting other people. What's going on there? What is that? There's something in here that's frustrated, angry, fearful. I send my light and love out to you. I send it out to the planet every day. But I still allow, in my own opinion, that they, all entities, every form of source, is allowed to make their own choice. I cannot know what their journey is. And they are my best teachers. The person who insults me is my best teacher. Now, I don't want to invite that. But if I can respond in light and kindness, I will have a direct effect on the person. And that's all you need to do. And you won't always know why things come into your life, but just know everything has divine purpose. Everything in your life that seems bad has divine purpose, and you can turn it around like that, not to get rid of it, but because you mastered it. Because now you didn't allow the car breaking down on the bridge to control your happiness or what else ever that the material world holds. So you know this or better is always there, because the universe, the galaxies, all existence is always expanding back into its perfection, which is always here, but experiencing everything else. That's it. So whatever happens out there, or who's doing what program, and if there's a channel that says, we're the only ones that have this answer, everybody else is wrong, run. And if you want to watch all these, please do. Watch what you expose yourself to. More distractions. They have the answers. I'm getting the message from the ETs. They say, and then people sitting around. It's gotten ridiculous. You get downloads. I get downloads. I wrote my book. Yeah, total download. It doesn't say who and what. It just says, this is you. And it's all powerful and perfect and beautiful. And that's all you need to know. See it and know that you're the creator with that thought, and that anything that separates you from anything else is another story. It's an experience. What do you want to experience? So enjoy all of these things that happen here. I find it entertaining. I think it's fun to look some of these things up, and I will continue to inform you of some of these things that are going on, but not out of fear or distraction, but for you to just be aware that this is going to be continuous. It always has been. But the difference is we're going into a deeply spiritual space right now. And so we're not taking that so seriously, and we realize that those people or institutions or, individuals or groups don't know any more than I do. You get to choose your own story and your reality. Just go into love and compassion. Shine your light and see the light in others. That's all you have to do. And when something comes here on this planet, know that it's an experience that you chose. No matter how horrific it seems, you're the demonstration of triumph, of beauty. Because you're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. I'll keep you posted. Blessings to you, my friend. Namaste.